Good morning, welcome to the channel. About 3 or 4 weeks ago I did a review on the Booster +1 multi-fuel stove. I think I showed it working with gas and working with meths, and I've used it with IPA as well, so isopropyl alcohol. I had a query or a question arise in the comments from Alinto and Rafaela. Alinto and Rafaela have a channel, I think, and I'm sure they'll tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's a cycle tourism. They're not. It's not an English-speaking channel, and unfortunately, I don't speak a foreign language, so Brazilian, I believe they are. But they raised a very good question, because I said this is the ideal stove for hiking, and when you don't know where you're going to be, and you don't know what fuel is going to be available, because you can run it on petrol, diesel, you can run on kerosene. I've got an old version of this that I've actually run on old oil as well, so cooking oil. And they raised a very good question. Sometimes when I assume they go to some very remote places, and they mentioned whether you'd be able to run it on alcohol, drinking alcohol. So this is Tesco's own brand vodka, just so you don't think I'm oh God, it's only 1 o'clock. And the plan is this is 37.5%. Now I think it will work. If it will burn, it should work in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just a quick burn test, just to see if it'll actually catch light. So for that, I'm going to use a little bit of a wick.
Use the cap.
Thank you, Jason. So I'm just going to get this a bit wet with alcohol, like that, and just see if that will take a flame. Oh no, it is burning. That's burning now. So I could just see that there was a heat shimmer around it. So it will burn. I'm going to put this on the wick and just see whether it will burn on the wick in there. So that is burning. I'm only drinking this to prove that it's not isopropyl alcohol. So there is a flame there. It's a very low flame. So what I'm going to do now is put it into the bottle. Now I've already cleaned this. I've cleared the pipes out on this one, so there's no other fuel in there except what I'm about to put in here. This is empty. There's nothing in there. I'm going to save a little bit. Jason's giving me a look as if to say, don't use it all. I think we'll be having a cup of coffee in a minute, and we'll probably make it Russian.
Okay.
Now realistically, I mean, I've drunk sort of spirits from, didn't want to throw that all over the place, did I? I've drunk sort of home brewed spirits and stuff like that, and they tend to be a lot stronger than shop bought. So if this goes, I would say that there wouldn't be a massive problem getting sort of a local moonshine or a local hooch to take a flame. Yeah, I can see Jay thinking right now, I can turn that into a meme. And Jason's now recording. Right, so I'm going to pop that there so we can see what's going on. Just make sure I'm getting some liquid coming through it, which I am. There it is. Although that looks a little yellow, so that might have a touch of meths in it still. There's a flame in there. So the way these things work is obviously you've got a pressurised flammable liquid in there, but as it goes across that bar at the top, the flame that's already lit preheats it and almost vaporises it. So what's actually coming through the nozzle isn't necessarily fluid. It's a vapor, and it looks like that's going to go. So you probably can't hear that. There's a hiss.
Yeah, I can hear it.
And that is the alcohol vaporising in this tube and forcing its way out. But I just don't think it's going to get hot enough. I'm just going to help it along in this tube for a second. Oh. I'm just helping it along a little bit. It sort of wants to go. It's
definitely lit, I can see it.
I think it just needs to get a lot hotter. I think once it's a lot hotter, it was that you can hear that sort of. So there is a flame, and it is coming out of the nozzle. And that's killed it, so it's gone. I think what's probably happening is that the water, because obviously that's just water there now. So the alcohol's burning off. The alcohol goes at about 80, 85 degrees, I think it is. The alcohol vaporizes. Obviously water doesn't boil until it's 100 degrees. So I think what's happening here is that the alcohol is burning, but the water's staying behind, and that's putting the flame out. But at the moment what's happening is the water's actually running. There's a flame there, but the water's actually dripping out the bottom. No, but it is sustaining a flame. It's just it's just not very effective. I think with a higher percentage alcohol, let me just get rid of this before it all catches fire. With a higher percentage alcohol, that would actually be a very, very successful burn. That's burning now, and that's only 37%. So if you can get your hand on, what I did originally plan to put to mix some isopropyl alcohol to raise the alcohol percentage, but that sort of defeats the point. I don't think anywhere are you going to find vodka that's lower than, apart from in the UK, that's lower than 37%. So yeah, it will burn it. Alinto Raphael, it will burn it. Not very effective, but as I say, I don't think it would take a much higher percentage alcohol for this to sustain a cooking flame. Because that's burning quite well now. Okay, that was just a little experiment to see whether it would do. Alinto Raphael, I hope you watch that, and you can see now that it burns. You know, would I recommend vodka? No, I'd drink it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all the rest of it. I will see you on the next one.